Hello everyone, my name is Ash, also known as Asley L. Marmol. I am the author of the latest novel, The Watchers. I'm very happy to be here. Finally, I'll be able to present this to you. I'm glad that all those that can joined, and I just wanted to give you an idea of what the novel's all about. And I also wanted to start thanking the publisher, Eduardo Casanova Ayalo from Editorial Primigenios, who did an amazing job in the design of the book. Really high definition. It reads really great. It's an amazing work. I just wanted to say that I designed this book so that you couldn't put it down. It tries to be simple. It tries to be enriching, direct, and it gives a lot of exciting propositions that I recommend you take a look at. I thank you again, and I'm playing the theme music of The Watchers. And I don't know if you had a chance to catch the trailer. But anyways, The Watchers, it's a story of two Jewish brothers actually, Cuban Jewish brothers. One lives in Miami, his name is Daniel, and his younger brother lives in Havana. His name is Emmanuel. They're very different personalities, but they love each other dearly. And they are they see themselves caught in the web of the Watchers. The Watchers is an ancient organization who claims to descend from the angels mentioned in Genesis 6, which is a claim they make, and they try to substantiate that throughout the book. But regardless of that, they're a criminal organization that have made themselves the purposing history of sustaining dictatorial governments in power for as much as possible. They cater to these characters around the world with the theory that they hold a very ancient object. And this object, whomever holds it, it's able to remain in power with their help for as much as possible. So the novel takes these two brothers in the midst of this conflict, because the custodians of this object were to be descendants of Aaronic priests, and Daniel and Emmanuel's grandfather is the main rabbi in Havana, in the synagogue in Havana. So the Watchers force this rabbi to be the custodian of this object, who was in a lot of duress at the time of the triumph of the revolution in Cuba. So now the brothers are brought into the game as part of sort of successors in the chain of transmission of this object when they decide to leave Cuba. Anyhow, they see themselves going around the world in the most incredible situations. The book takes place in places from Havana to Miami to Holland to St. Petersburg to France, Easter Island. It's a very moving book, and like I said, my objective was to keep it as entertaining as possible for you, and to make it a read that not only entertained you but also enriched you. There are a lot of aspects of history, religion, politics, philosophy that are intertwined in the story to make it exciting, but also to make it fulfilling. And after you were done with it, you were going to be thinking about other possibilities in life, because the novel goes as deep as to question all the theories of science and religion in regards to the creation of life, the myth in history. It goes into places that are very rarely seen in today's world. So I wanted to, first of all, thank you to all those that have already purchased the book. And I would encourage you all to continue to follow our social media channels, because we're going to continue to post exciting things about the novel. And we are hoping that with your support, it becomes a success, and it hopefully goes into other avenues of media as well. I wanted to give you, to all of those that are watching and all of those that would watch the video in the future, the reading of the first chapter, which is not long. And I apologize, the letters are backwards when the camera is flipped. The first chapter, it's called The Awakening. The cursor blinked in the glaring blank page as an invitation to break the order. The first words appear on the screen. He looked at them as if they didn't have the slightest importance. He scraped the blackened tips of his fingers against the grain of the wooden box he used as a desk. The stains would not come off. He couldn't take it any longer. Such dark clouds in his skin screamed to him that it was time to stop being a pariah to himself. His stained fingers didn't lie. A dilapidated radio on a corner shelf spewed a crackling familiar tune. Havana, if my eyes would abandon you, if life would exile me to a corner of the earth. He heard noises coming from the outside. The cursor spread backwards, swallowing one by one the flickering letters inside the screen. But right before it could reach the end of the last phrase, the old wooden door blew open. He turned around to observe with terror a stampede of uniformed men storming into the makeshift workshop. They grabbed him by the shirt and forced him to stand up without asking questions. Another officer pushed him towards the wall, throwing books and equipment down, including the blaring radio. The same officer leaned towards a laptop screen where the remainder of a phrase was still visible. It is concealed now. No one can break the wall of my intelligence. The men read it and turned to the author, already in his feet and handcuffed. Give us an hour of your time, Emmanuel Cohen, and we will see how tough you really are. Take him away. This is the beginning of the first chapter. And as you can see, it's a novel filled with action, but also filled with interesting aspects of different ways of life. It touches aspects of the life in Cuba that, in my opinion, have not been barely touched, such as the story of Judaism in Cuba. Also, it fabulates and continues to dwell in aspects of life in countries such as Israel, such as Russia, such as France, and it's very endearing to those like me who descend from Cuba, which is also is part of the center of the novel. To those have a flair for the mystic and the mysterious, there's also a lot of that into it. I strongly suggest you take a look at it. It would be an interesting read for you all, and I thank you for all the people that is joining. Like I said, only with your support the novel could be a success, and I think it's a story that that is worth telling. It's not your mainstream typical story, but it also speaks to many that believe life is deeper and more interesting. So I really don't want to overextend, and I just wanted to leave you. Again, I'm going to play the theme of the Washers that we have on the trailers out there. So like I said, follow the channels, follow the fan club, subscribe, and we will definitely continue to communicate with you and give you specials and give you things that will make you be part of the Book of the Watchers. And also we're working on a sequel to the first part that's coming hopefully in 2021. So just stay tuned and remember, they are always watching. Thank you so much, and this is Asley L. Marmol. Take care.